So if you've ever found yourself confused in a hair color consultation, this is a good video to watch. We're going to discuss different types of hair color and different types of hair color applications. I hope that it can make your next hair color appointment and consultation a success by having this knowledge broken down for you in a way that you can understand. And just a really quick disclaimer, each hairstylist is going to have their own way of doing things and their own opinion. There is many different ways to achieve the same result in hairdressing. There's not just one way to do anything. So it doesn't mean that we're wrong if their opinion is different than mine. So we're gonna go over the most common types of hair color to start. First, we have permanent hair color. Permanent hair color will cover your gray hairs 100%. With permanent hair color, you can go lighter, darker, add vibrancy, all to your natural hair. Permanent hair color does penetrate the cuticle of the hair and it enters into the inner cortex of the hair, which gives you a long-lasting color change. The permanent hair color does alter your color from the inside out, so the change is permanent. Next, we have demi-permanent hair color. Now, demi-permanent hair color won't last as long as permanent hair color, but it'll last longer than semi-permanent hair color. Demi-permanent hair color penetrates the cuticle just a little bit, and it typically lasts about 28 washes. Lastly, we'll just touch on semi-permanent hair color. Now, semi-permanent hair color coats the hair's surface. It isn't mixed with a developer, so it doesn't penetrate the cuticle. Semi-permanent hair color is typically found in fashion shades, so purples, blues, pinks. A semi-permanent hair color will fade much quicker than a permanent or a demi-permanent hair color. So which hair color should you be using? Well, your hairstylist will help you decide that. And often we might mix hair colors together to ensure that we achieve the right results and that we're keeping your hair as healthy as possible. So as an example, we might use permanent hair color on your roots and we might refresh your ends with a demi-permanent hair color just to refresh and add shine and a kind of like a gloss on the hair. With that said, let's recap a little bit though, what might be best for you. So who is permanent hair color good for? Anyone wanting to cover grays and anyone wanting a color transformation. Who is demi hair color good for? Anyone wanting to add shine, depth, or darken their hair color, and anyone who doesn't want to keep up with the maintenance of their hair. See, the thing with demi-permanent hair color is that it fades as it's growing out. So you're not going to have that line of demarcation as your natural hair color is growing out and your demi hair color fades here. You're going to have a softer transition from your natural to the demi hair color. Whereas a permanent hair color, you're going to have much more of a line of demarcation as your natural hair color grows in. Who is semi-permanent hair color good for? In my opinion, anyone wanting fashion colors is pretty much who I would give semi-permanent hair color to. There is a couple things to consider, especially if you're coloring your own hair at home, which I know that some of you do that. So if you do color your own hair at home, leave me a comment below, subscribe to my channel, and that way I can make some videos focused around coloring your own hair at home. But I won't know if you don't tell me. So comment below and let me know if you're coloring your own hair at home and want some help with that. If you're going to a hairstylist for your color, you don't need to worry. Your stylist will guide you to the right choice for you. They'll help you decide, and sometimes they'll just decide for you. Next, we're going to talk about color application techniques. And before we touch on the subject, I want to point out how creative hairstyling is. There is a million different ways to color hair, a million. And there's new ways being discovered all the time. So with that said, we're going to talk today about foils, balayage, full color, root touch-ups, and block color. Let's start with full color, since it's probably the most basic. So a full color is typically the same color from roots to ends. A full color is needed if you want to cover your gray hairs. And after a full color, you can typically get away with a root touch-up Root touch-ups cover your natural root to match the color that's already on the ends of your hair. Root touch-ups tend to be one of the most affordable options in the salon because they use the least amount of color, and applying the root touch-up is typically pretty straightforward. Next, we'll talk about foils. Foils is a very popular technique in the salon, and with foils you can achieve all sorts of different results, such as light bright blonde or dimensional caramel highlights, just as an example. The sky is the limit with foils, and foils are most often used to achieve blonde, but they can be used with color also. And foils are helpful to achieve the brightest blonde possible since they lock in the body heat that comes off of your head, and it helps the bleach activate and get lighter and brighter. Next, we'll talk about balayage. Balayage can be applied in many different ways. The word balayage means hand-painted hair. So it's a creative freehand technique. Sometimes a stylist will use things like a color board, foils, or saran wrap, and that's to aid and assist with the application and processing of the balayage. Balayage typically is going to offer a more lived-in, natural look to the hair and a great way to add dimension. Lastly, I just want to touch on block color. Block color is a great technique for anyone wanting a dramatic hair color. Block color is where you section the hair in different sections and color each section a different color. The technique is great for funky hair colors and can offer intensity and drama to any hair color. My hair is kind of colored like a block color. I just have a block of blonde in the front here, right up to the root, and then I have my copper color directly behind it. So I hope that you guys found this helpful. I just wanted to give you the fundamental understanding of what your hairstylist might be talking about or offering, or what maybe you are thinking you want, so you can let your hairstylist know. And I know it's a lot of information to take in here, so please leave me a comment if you have any questions, and I will personally answer that for you. I'm here for you guys. And I also wanted to say that if you've watched this video until the end, you are a star. Thank you so much. I appreciate you more than you will ever know. I've been working on my YouTube presence for a long time, and it's viewers like you who are making my dreams come true. So truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. If you want to help my dreams come true a little bit more, you can hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment. Everything activity on my page on YouTube helps me grow, so thank you. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.